Hi guys, welcome back to another SCRAWLRBOX video. So it seems like a really long time since we had the last box. I think Inktober is dragging on and it's getting to me a little bit. So it's the 27th of October. So I've done 27 videos so far in 27 days. So I'm a little bit tired and I'm squeezing this video in today. So hopefully it's not going to be a complete sham. But yeah, it is nice to have something different to film for you and something different to look forward to other than the same old ink drawings from the Inktober prompt list. So anyway, let's get into this box. I have no idea what's inside, so this will be interesting. Okay. Oh, thank you Royal Mail for the state of that. That's nice. Excellent. Right, so we have some sort of marker in there. There's a package. Oh, the sweets hanging out. Tropical Fizz chew bar with. Let's help I'm not guessing what it says. Chew bar with fizzy sherbet centre, and there's some minions on that. Oh, okay. A little sketch pad. The print and the zine. So let's get rid of the box. Okay, so the print's quite cool. That's quite interesting. The zine. So we'll leave those for now. And what's this? Multimedia sketch pad. So that's interesting. I don't think we've had like different shaped paper than the normal A5 for quite a while. So that's the sweet. Okay, let's get straight in. So the prompt is things with wings. And that's the... Oh, I nearly bought some of these. Okay, so yeah, that's the menu on the other side. Here is the sticker, so it's very cute. And we have what looks like a load of paint markers. Okie dokie. So what have we got? What have we got? We have got the Yono. These are Marabou. Yono, you only need one. Okay, paint markers. So we've got Mistletoe, and that's a 3mm nib. This is grey, 3mm, white, 3mm. I suspect most of these are going to be 3mm, if not all of them. Pastel lilac. Isn't all lilac pastel? Anyway, 3mm rose pink. That's the same. Pastel blue, 3mm, and then this is different. So this is the Pentel permanent marker. Yeah, that stinks. I think we have these at work. So, okay, paint markers. Now, it's funny enough, I was actually like, I saw some of these in another video. I can't remember who it was, and I thought, well, they look quite good. I wouldn't mind trying those. And I was just talking to my friend Carmel about this the other day, and we were saying that we wouldn't be mad if we got paint markers again, and we've got paint markers, so that's really cool. Happy with that. And so Scrawlr change things with wings. Let your creativity soar. Taking inspiration from our featured artists, we encourage you to take flight with your imagination by scrawling all creatures great and small. Practice your composition and proportion. Embrace the colour palette and allow yourself to think outside the box or on the box, as the case may be. Okay, so that's just what we've got. So these markers, I'm just trying to see, are they just a standard acrylic marker? High quality acrylic. Oh, it's ink. Is it ink or is it paint? Sniff test. I'm just going to sniff everything. I don't know. Maybe it's... We'll see. We'll soon see when we swatch them. Yeah, and that's a strange black to put in a permanent marker. But not cool. I mean, normally permanent markers are very black, so that's good. Okay, so we've got this paper. So this is so it's a multimedia sketch pad, 160 GSM, smooth white paper, 10 sheets. Really liking these colours. I'm sure someone will have something to say about the box, but I think it's quite good so far. Okay, here's the featured artist. So that's quite cool. It kind of reminds me a little bit of like Native American art in a way. It's not too dissimilar. So the featured artist is Erikas Shisonis. I'll probably pronounce that wrong. But, yeah. So Erikas is a graphic designer and illustrator living in Austin, Texas. So yeah, that explains the similarity to Native American art. So that is quite cool. So let's have a look in the Scrawlr zine. So October 2022. So we just have our supplies there. I always love this page. It's always very aesthetically pleasing. So this is the sit down with the featured artist. So there's kind of some more bits there. My featured artist. So Scrawlr tips, things to try, artist advice, Scrawlr gallery. So this is from 2 months ago. So this was when we had the Scrawlr pastels. Oh, Annie's in here. So well done, Annie. So yeah, that was a fun box. I bought some more of those pastels and then I thought to use them, which is pretty standard. Okay. The influence of the Mozart effect on creativity. Okay. Don't know what the Mozart effect is, but I will have a read of that later. Away. And then obviously that's the end. So quite looking forward to these. So these are going to I'm going to have to activate these like a Posca. Yep, exactly like a Posca. Yeah, so I'm going to activate these and I will, yeah, I'll come back and I will do a swatch and then I'll think of some kind of artwork. But yeah, you don't want to see me activating these, it's very boring. But basically, you shake them, you pump them onto the page, the bullet nib fills with ink, so these come out, and away you go. But I'm going to activate those and I shall come back. Okay, so I can't even talk. I have activated all of these now, so I have a little swatch, see what they are like to use. So maybe we'll start with this. Go downwards, yeah. So this is, I'd like to label my swatch, October 22 SCRAWLRBOX. And what I should have checked was, does this go through? Because permanent markers are quite bad to bleed through. It does, so be careful. If you get in this box and you have not you've not used it yet, I would recommend putting this. So this is for alcohol markers, what I'm going to use it here, and it's just for bleed through. So I'm going to put it under there, otherwise that shit underneath might get ruined. So and there's a little swatch. So yeah, it's pretty standard. Yeah, and the good thing is about, like, I found it a little bit strange that we've got a permanent marker rather than like an art marker, but they are actually permanent markers. I'm lost for words. Oh, it's not here. Pentel N850, and I think I've got some of these. They tend to be darker than a lot of liners and black markers, so that's quite good. The only thing is that if you get it on anything, it isn't going to come off. And as you can see here, it does bleed through, but that's fine. We can put something underneath that, so just be aware of that. So start with the pink. I mean, this is a really nice selection of colours. So that's just a little swatch. Okay, the paper might have an issue with these. So the best thing to remember with the paint marker is just to be a little bit gentle with the paper. I think it's going to tear the paper up a bit, but we'll see. It might be okay. But these colours seem good. It'll be interesting to see how opaque they are, how they layer, if they layer. Not that green. And I really like the fact, I did mention before, that we've got a slightly different shaped paper to normal. Have I? I haven't done white. This makes a change just from your standard paper size. Okay, and white. Not this is going to show up. Yeah, there it is, all white. Okay. I'm not gonna blend, because blending can get quite messy with these. and that's not blended. But what I would quite like to see is, let's get the blue, and do a patch, and just to see how they sorry about tearing that paper up, how they interact a little bit. So I mean, do you know what, that seems really relatively, they're kind of chalky. This is weird. Maybe it's just because they're not dry properly, but they're not chalk markers, are they? It says ink, but so you can mix them with water. Yeah. Markers, quick drying, waterproof once dry. Japanese bullet shape me for prison. Isn't all over my fingers. Yeah, okay. Anyway, gabbering on. They seem to. They look like they layer, but I've noticed, and you probably can't see, there is no, you can see it. There is transference onto that nib. But I don't know if I've not allowed it enough time to dry. It says quick drying, but yeah, okay. Seems alright. I don't really have much else to say. They seem okay. The real test will be actually using the middle and artwork, so I need to pause for a minute and come up with. I've got an idea. I just need to look it up. I need to look up some Native American art, I think, and have a look. So yeah, I'm gonna go on Pinterest for a bit, and I'll be back soon. Okay, so I had a look on Pinterest. I'm back. It's been about 2 minutes actually. It's not been that long at all. So I am going to grab a graphite pencil that wasn't in the box, so don't judge me. And I think that should be allowed anyway. And a ruler that wasn't in the box either, but you know, whatever. And I've seen something. I'm gonna have a little go, and yeah, we will see what I come up with. So I'm gonna put this into time lapse. So I'm not boring you with real-time drawing, because no one needs to see me drawing in real time. And yeah, I'll catch up at the end. Right, yep, okay. Oh, breathe. I need to breathe. Okay, because I'm probably going to rant. So this box, I'm going to give you the positives before I give you the absolute doozy on this one. These colours are lovely, and I really like the colour of this grey, because normally when you get, in my experience, when I've had grey paint markers, they've been quite dark. This is the relatively light one, so it's quite good. And I liked that we had like this shade of green. I can't think of, I call it mistletoe. I've got another word I would have called it, but I can't think of the top of my head because I'm feeling a bit brain dead. So like the colours are great, and the pens are, they seem to be quite opaque. I'll give them their dues, they're opaque. Let's get rid of them for a minute. We're going to come back to those, I promise you. So we got this Pentel marker. I thought it was a little bit of an odd choice to have a permanent marker, but you know, it served its purpose, it's done well. It doesn't want to write on top of those pens very well, but whatever. So we had the sticker, and we had this gorgeous print by the featured artist, so Erica's. So there is Erica's social media accounts, so go and check them out. And I'm going to really enjoy reading this. But these pens, I'm really sorry to say, and I really hope that what I'm about to say doesn't put you off SCRAWLRBOX, because if you are thinking of subscribing, please do not use this box as a reason not to, because we've had some corkers, we've had Snellio pastels, we've had Faber-Castell water markers, we've had peerless watercolour sheets, we've had like acrylic inks, we've had a lot of really good stuff. Unfortunately, from time to time, when you get a subscription box like this, you're going to get art supplies you don't like, which is fine. I get that. It's not that I don't like paint markers. I like paint markers. I would describe myself as probably somewhat of a self-proclaimed marker expert when it comes to paint markers. I've used them a lot, and I've used most brands. I nearly bought some of these recently, and SCRAWLRBOX has done me a really big favour by putting them in the box, because they are so bad that if I'd have paid the money that I saw these for on Amazon, I would have been absolutely fuming, and I would have demanded my money back. These are the worst paint markers I've ever used in my entire life, and I've used some pretty shoddy paint markers. I did a review of some paint markers from a store we have in the UK called The Range. Now, these were £3.99, which I believe is about $5. Not sure of the exchange rate these days, so I could be wrong on that. For 8 markers, and I slated them. They were really bad. I would choose them over these. The only redeeming feature, like I say, about these is that they seem to be opaque, and the colours look quite nice. They don't layer properly. In fact, they don't want to layer at all. They are sort of quick drying, but also not quick drying, so work that one out. The black pen didn't want to draw over properly. You see all this texture here, which I thought was the paper pilling. It's not. It's the pen. You can see where I've tried to go over it. So all it does is scrape off the layer below. So you can see it's really patchy. Now, you will get patchiness with a paint marker, but that's easily fixed with a double coat. But if you can't layer them, you can't do a second coat, and therefore you can't get rid of that. They're just bad markers. They're really bad, and no fault to SCRAWLRBOX. SCRAWLRBOX is amazing. I think Marabou are responsible for their products, and I think that they have supplied a shoddy product. And that is all I have to say about them. I'm not going to use them again. But I would really like to know what you thought of this box. I mean, it might be just me. Perhaps there's something wrong with the way I'm using them. I don't think there is. But yeah, I would really like to know what you all think of these markers. And I'd like to know what you think of my artwork. I think it could have been better with better art supplies. But yeah, I really love getting SCRAWLRBOX, and you know, like I say, you are bound to get boxes you don't like, but it's not that I don't like the type of supply, it's like I don't like this brand. But yeah, this, like, it feels like rubber and chalk at the same time, and I can feel it on my hands afterwards, this weird chalky horrible, almost like I've been touching a condom without the smell. It's disgusting. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so let me know what you thought. If this hasn't put you off SCRAWLRBOX, I really hope it hasn't, because they're absolutely brilliant. I'll leave a link below if you want to subscribe, and it'll get you a small discount on your first month's box when you take out a subscription. And I'll leave links below to all my social media accounts. Yeah, so you can check me out if you want. And yeah, until next time, thank you so much for watching and listening to me rant about these pens. Yeah, I will catch you in the next video, which is actually going to be tomorrow morning for another Inktober. And I promise you, in that video, I don't talk. So, not so much rambling from me. But yeah, thank you again for watching, and I'll catch you all again soon. Bye.